I really don't care what happens to us at all. I don't care. Everybody, they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequence.
Stop scrolling because this is the moment nobody thought would actually happen. TeyanaTaylor has moved on, and not quietly either. The smiles are different now. The energy feels lighter, freer. Standing near her is a man fans never expected to see in this role, Aaron Pierre. Meanwhile, on the other side of this story, Iman Shumpert is reportedly not taking it well at all. Insiders say he completely snapped when reality finally hit him. And once you hear how this all unfolded, it becomes clear why emotions are running this high. For a long time, people believed Teyana and Iman were the kind of couple that could survive anything. They had history, children, memories, and a bond fans assumed was unbreakable. Even when rumors of trouble started popping up, many refused to believe it. They assumed it was just a rough patch, just another phase. But behind closed doors, the love story was already unraveling, piece by piece. Long before the public ever caught on, when the split finally became real, Teyana didn't rush to explain herself. She didn't drag Iman on publicly. She didn't go online throwing shade or posting emotional declarations. Instead, she went quiet, and that silence spoke louder than any interview ever could. Friends say that period wasn't about dating or revenge. It was about healing, about rediscovering herself outside of being someone's wife, outside of carrying emotional weight for everyone else. Fans noticed the change slowly at first. Then all at once, Teyana began to glow differently. Not forced happiness, not performative smiles, but calm, peace, confidence that didn't need validation. She looked like a woman who had finally chosen herself, and that alone made people curious. Because when someone heals in silence, it usually signals something powerful happening behind the scenes. That's when Aaron Pierre entered the picture quietly, respectfully, without trying to be seen. No loud announcements, no social media stunts, just presence. According to insiders, their connection didn't start as a dramatic romance. It started as conversation, understanding, two people who knew what it felt like to be misunderstood, to be under pressure, to carry expectations they never asked for. Aaron wasn't trying to replace anyone. He wasn't competing with Iman's history. He showed up differently, calm, patient, emotionally available in a way that felt safe. And for someone like Teyana, who spent years being strong for everyone else, that energy mattered more than grand gestures ever could doubt. At first, fans brushed off the rumors. They said people were overanalyzing. But then came the subtle moments, the body language, the timing, the way Teyana smiled when Aaron was mentioned, the way she stopped looking guarded. These weren't the expressions of a woman pretending. That was real peace. And once people saw it, the conversation shifted. Social media split instantly. One side celebrated her, saying she deserved happiness after everything she'd been through. The other questioned the timing, the optics, the too soon narrative. But no one could deny one thing. Teyana looked happier than she had in a very long time. And then there was Iman. For a while, insiders say he believed Teyana would eventually circle back, that the bond they shared, the family they built, would pull her back in. He didn't think she'd really move on, not emotionally, not this fast, and definitely not with someone new. So when word reached him that Aaron wasn't just a rumor, something inside him cracked. Friends close to Iman say the realization hit all at once. This wasn't just Teyana dating. This wasn't a rebound. This was her starting a new chapter. Without him. And that truth was harder to accept than he ever imagined. Emotions spilled over. Angry phone calls. Long nights replaying old arguments. Regret mixed with jealousy and heartbreak. People around him say this wasn't about hate toward Aaron. It was about loss, about realizing the woman he once had was no longer his to protect, to argue with, to fight for. Sources say Iman snapped in private, venting about how fast everything had changed. About how seeing Teyana genuinely happy without him felt like a punch to the chest. When someone moves on in peace, it forces you to confront what you didn't fix when you had the chance. Meanwhile, Teyana didn't respond to the noise. She didn't feed into reactions or defend her choices. She moved forward. That silence, intentional and powerful, may have hurt more than any public statement ever could. Aaron, on the other hand, stayed quiet as well. No posts, no comments, no explanations, and somehow that made his presence even louder. His consistency spoke for him. The way Teyana carried herself around him told the story people tried so hard to decode. Those close to the situation say, "This isn't about hurting Iman. Teyana isn't moving out of spite. She's moving from clarity, from knowing what she will and won't accept anymore." Aaron fits into that space, not as a savior, but as a partner who meets her where she is. Iman's inner circle is reportedly split. Some believe he's finally seeing the consequences of emotional distance and missed opportunities. Others feel his pain deeply, saying he didn't realize what he was losing until it was gone, and that realization is brutal when it comes to. Late fans feel it too. Some cheer Teyana on, proud of her strength. Others mourn what once was, unable to let go of the image of her and Iman together. That emotional divide only adds fuel to the story. What makes the situation even more intense is the contrast. Teyana now looks free, Iman looks stuck in the past, and Aaron remains steady in the present. Three people connected by love, timing, and choices that cannot be undone, insiders whisper. That Iman has been trying to get closure, not to rewind the clock. Not to fix what's broken, and definitely not to get back together. This isn't about romance anymore. It's about understanding, about finally asking the questions he avoided when everything collapsed. He buried feelings while the relationship fell apart, convinced distance and silence would smooth everything over. But silence has a way of coming back louder when you least expect it. Watching Teyana move forward confidently, unapologetically, those buried emotions resurfaced, not jealousy, not bitterness, but confusion. Unfinished thoughts, loose ends never tied up because life moved too fast. Closure doesn't always show up on time. Sometimes it comes late, sometimes half-finished, and sometimes never at all. There's no neat ending, no long explanation, no final talk that fixes everything. Sometimes all you get is acceptance, and that hurts more than any argument ever could. The hard truth. Teyana doesn't owe anyone a pause on her healing. She doesn't owe explanations or emotional access to a chapter she already closed. Healing doesn't wait. Love moves when it moves. One person wants answers, the other wants peace, and neither is wrong. They're just not standing in the same place anymore. As this story continues unfolding, one thing is clear: this isn't messy drama for attention. This is real emotion, real heartbreak, real growth, and real consequences. Teyana stepping into a new chapter forced Iman to finally face an ending he wasn't prepared for. The big question remains: will Iman truly let go and heal? Or will his emotions push him to make a move that reopens wounds? Will Aaron remain the quiet support system? Will Teyana continue choosing peace no matter how loud the world gets? One thing's certain: this isn't the end. It's the beginning of a completely different story, and fans will watch every step, every expression, every moment of silence, searching for answers that only time can reveal. Do you think Teyana has truly found her peace with Aaron Pierre? Or is the story far from over? And do you think Iman's reaction is heartbreak or regret? Either way, this situation proves one thing: when a woman moves on in silence, the noise always comes later.